Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They're running it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power. Gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Christian Wilkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep is Trevor Davis. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading him out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
One thing that I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't get enough credit for is his toughness. This is a guy who plays through injuries, but it's also being mentally tough, knowing that everyone's always trying to move him out of the lineup, trying to find a replacement for him, yet he continues to battle and has earned the total respect of his teammates.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver, runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When you play against Carlos Dunlap, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. They're able to locate Wilson. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. That is caught by Williams for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check, check. Lucky.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check 55, Mike. Exit.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. A draw play. Bernard. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass cover. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On second down and 4. Fitzpatrick caught. It's Wilson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now Joe Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
You need team. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
From the 41, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Dalton gives to Bernard. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Bernard. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
4 down.
The toss play to Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Hands up, lead. Watch it, Ricky.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run here with Balaj. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
On first down, Laird. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fitzpatrick finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A draw play now, Balaj. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And his throw is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Milage. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run it with Balaj. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Balaj. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Returnable here for Davis. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upset.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Toss play to Balaj. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
2nd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the run. Mike, 55. Check.
From the 36, Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw here, Dalton. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Andy Dalton now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Operating from the gun. Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, Bernard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Dalton. That's complete, Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Fitzpatrick. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now on 2nd and 16, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. Able to locate Wilson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. It's Williams on the catch. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 26-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies him to get set. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Fitzpatrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Dalton. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And Wilson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the delay, it's Balaj. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Got his man, it's Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton, he gets this one to Boyd. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, here's Bernard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Dalton here from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Again, it's Balaj. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Like 40. 180. All day, baby, all day.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Watch the run, watch the run. 50 seconds to Mike.
Throwing on second down. Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now Fitzpatrick looking for his running back, and he's got it. The third down run gets him nothing. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here comes Sanders to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Passing. It's Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the toss, Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They're down here in the 3rd quarter trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fitzpatrick now. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick, and that is incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got 83. Me. What's that?
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 41, Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man open, it's Ross. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Dalton able to hit Ross. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Another chance for Dalton. And it's caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football. Able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
So now here come the Dolphins. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And his throw here's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On 3rd down, Laird. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a carry for Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now the Bengals on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. So Dalton now on the screen, Bernard. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
50, 57,
They'll start with a give here to Balazs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd down now, Laird. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals getting set to go. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
50.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Gets it to his running back, Bernard. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Hey, watch
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, Dalton. And that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That close to taking a fourth quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Before the game, they were running a route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Get off the field.
Dalton here from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give it 19 there as the drive marches forward.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bernard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 38, Dalton. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. To throw here, Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins now down 23-20, under 1:20 to go. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw. It's complete to Williams. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
57, Mike 57.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. He's back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime.
That's our ball, baby. Going the other way.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.